Okay, hi everyone. I wanted to record in a new game that I've started. You know about the game that I'm playing as a co-op game with Pop Pop, and there's several videos on our YouTube channel about that. And then you've seen one video of my original game that I started by myself that I'm on now on year 12. Lots of money, really productive, found all the great things that you're supposed to find. Took me a long time because it was my first time playing through, but I'm up now where I've got a lot of great stuff. And I was reading about the Four Corners Farm, and I really wanted to try that. And I also wanted to try, I've made both my other characters gray-haired grandmas like I am now, but I wanted a game where I was young Lolly back when I was younger, because there, as far as marrying material, I married Elliot in my first game because he was the only one that seemed almost age appropriate. He and Harvey, but I didn't really want to marry Harvey. Anyway, I wanted to get to know the younger ones, but in the first one where I'm a grandma, it just didn't seem right for me to be talking to the younger guys. So now I'm young Lolly back in the day, and I ended up marrying Sam, which has turned out really nice. He reminds me a lot of my husband, Pop Pop, when he was younger. And I'm in year 3 of this Four Corners Farm, and I love the layout of the Four Corners Farm. So I'm going to take you into it and show you my third farm. All right. And we are in spring of my third year, which means I've had my evaluation by Grandpa. There's Sam. That's who I'm married to in this game. And he makes pancakes every once in a while for me. And he likes them, so I end up giving them back to him a lot of times. And he doesn't say anything about giving them right back, and it counts as a good gift for him. So we do have one child, and I named him Peter Pan because, you know, they never grow up. So there he is. And the nursery, I made it a different world in this farm than in my other one. And our bedroom. And his extra room, you know, he likes to play music. And one of the cut scenes, I ended up getting his boombox, which is nice. He wrote a song for a kids show. All right. Make sure that I have the sound down. I always forget that, and I apologize if it's loud. No, I think I have it down pretty good. I'm going to make sure it's way down so you guys can hear me better. All right. I'm going to go ahead and run through the day here. And I do have cauliflowers planted, and I have the upgraded watering can, which is nice, so I can water quickly. Don't quite have sprinklers yet, but that's the goal. I do have them in my big game, but I don't have them in this one. Alright. You fill up my watering can, and since I have it upgraded, I can water 9 at a time, which makes it go much, much faster. Oops. If I do it right. And I did the cauliflower because it'll be ready to harvest almost the same day as I can buy the strawberries at the spring festival. So that way I get 2 harvestings of the strawberries, which are very high profit crops. Alright, so we're going to water these guys. Kind of anxious to show you the Four Corners Farm. Probably most of you have seen it before, but I didn't know much about it till I really researched it a little bit on the internet, and found that it had some things that I really wanted to try. You know, there's several different farm layouts, and this combines 4 different farm layouts in one. That's why it's called Four Corners. They have 4 sections laid out with kind of cliffs dividing it up. And each section has its pros and cons. If you were going to have a great big garden and lots of harvesting, the Four Corners doesn't have the most room for that, but my big game has lots of room, so I already have that. And of course I still have Tinkerbell. She's still with me. And I did earn the greenhouse in the community center, and I planted cranberries. They're high profit. In my big game, I have a combination of ancient fruit and star fruit, but this is more of a low-key game. I'm not going for highest profit, but I'm going for a combination of, you know, fun and profit. So, and this is the section that I've laid out for the animals. You can see I have a blue chicken, a black chicken, a white chicken, and a brown chicken. I have 4 dinosaurs, 2 rabbits, and 2 sheep, 2 cows, and I'm going to have 8 2 sheep, 2 cows, 8 pigs, because the truffles really do well at profit. So I'm going to have more of the pigs. I bought 2 pigs and then letting them have babies as they do. And this is the first baby that we got. So his name's Ham, after Toy Story, the pig. Anyway, that's what they look like when they're small. And hopefully they'll keep having babies over time, so I don't have to buy them, because they're $16,000 a piece to buy the cows. The pigs. So them having them on their own saves me a lot of money. I do have 5 crab pots, and you can see I have them free range. Pop in the game we did together mentioned about trying free range, and I found out I really liked it. In my first game I had fences because I was worried that the animals would either eat the crops or wild animals would get them, but as long as you leave their coop open, they're fine. They go in at night and nothing can harm them, and they don't harm crops. But here it worked out nice. This section was easy to block off and let them have free range here together. And the grass on this Four Corners farm, the grass grows better. I'm not sure why that is, but each spring after the winter's over, there's already some grass, and I'm not having to buy grass like I am on my big farm. So I usually wait to say hi to them all when they're in the coops, because it's so much easier to find them. But I did want to show you around. I've got the deluxe coop, so it's self-feeding. I've got the grabber that gathers up the food. And I've got the deluxe barn, so they're self-fed, and I've got 3 silos, so enough room for the hay, and I keep it trimmed down. If you thin out the grass, you get the hay to go in the silo, and it keeps growing better. If you let it get too bunched up, there's not room for the grass to grow, so you don't get as much grass in this. So I go through and thin it every so often. You don't want to thin too much because you want them to have food to eat. Alright, and then the other sections, I've got a fruit cave with lots of grapefruit. And you get a choice from Demetrius early in the game where you can either have the bat cave or you can have the mushrooms. I tend to like the fruit. And then this part here has hardwood that you can harvest every day, 1 stump, but it adds up pretty quick, so I do harvest that every day. And I've let the other woods kind of grow wild, except for I have the 3 that I harvest from the tappers, so that I can get the maple syrup and the pine tar and what is it from the oak? Anyway, I can get all that. I'm really proud of this, so I wanted to show you guys. My first game that I played, I didn't get 4 candles when Grandpa came to evaluate because it was my first game and I didn't have a lot of the things. But this time when he came to evaluate, I got my 4 candles and I was really tickled about that. I had some good luck, like I got the prismatic shard in my first year, which in the first game I played, I didn't get it till probably year 3 or 4, I think. So anyway, I got all 4 and that was really cool. I do keep it thinned down in here, but around the edges, but the rest of it I just let it grow into wood, so I always have wood to chop, and that's worked out really good. This greenhouse, I am going to put my fruit trees inside. I didn't know to do that with my first game, so I have an outside orchard, which was not the best use of space, but I'm not about to cut them down in that big game since they're already grown. But here I'm going to plant them around the greenhouse. And then this part over here has a little area that generates rock like the mine, so that you can get a few stones to break open every day. Probably about 4 or 5 stones every day. And they have geodes and ore and all of that. Tinkerbell likes to hang out here. I'm not sure why, but she likes to hang out here. So if I can't find her by the house, I look here. Another thing I learned that I didn't know is if you want to fix the holes that you made, use your pick, and it'll make the hole disappear. And the reason that's important is if you want to lay down like a cobblestone path, you can't lay it down on the holes that you made with the hoe. But if you do that, they go away right away, which is kind of cool. I do grow some of the hay over here just so that I have enough to fill up all 3 of my silos. And later on, I'll probably put fish ponds and other things over here, but I haven't done any of that yet. So that's the Four Corners farm. I think it's pretty cool. I've enjoyed it a lot. Oh, I do have a horse. I have Sparky. He's my horse. Same as in the first game, and some reason that name just sticks for me. So that's this Four Corners farm, and like I said, I really do kind of like it. In my first big farm, where I have so many years in, I have lots of equipment, and I process all the food. Here I'm keeping it more low key, so I only have 1 or 2 of each thing. And it's working out good. You can see I have $63,000. I have a deluxe coop, a deluxe barn. I've got all the things that I really wanted to have, but yet I'm not pushed as hard to do as much and have a little bit more time. Oh, I forgot to go back and pet my animals. I was so busy talking to you guys, but they got to go out and eat grass, so it's okay. If you have them eating grass out in the outside of the coop in the barn, they get the highest amount of points for mood already, so their production is good. If it's winter time and they can't get out, if you don't pet them, then you're not going to have good production. But I do still try to pet them every day. I just missed it because I was talking to you guys. So this is my Four Corners farm, and I'm probably going to go ahead and hit the hay early, but I did want to show you guys what it was like because I think it's a pretty cool thing. So if you've never seen Four Corners before, everything else about the town is the same. The forest is the same, the big mine, all of that is the same. Your farm is just divided into 4 quadrants. All right, guys. Hope you're having a great day. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in another video. And say goodnight to my husband Sam, who looks like a younger Pop Pop. And time to hit the bed. And there's Tinkerbell. All right, bye guys.